Hey beauty babes, welcome to my channel. I'm Maria, aka Agape Love Girl. Thank you so much for joining me today. So today I am doing a 3 looks, 1 palette kind of a video. Now this isn't your typical kind of palette. This is a palette that you can buy fully together. As you see, I'm going to show you right here. But these shadows are also available individual if you would like as well. But I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. Now I wanted to do this video because this is a brand, Beauty Junkees. I didn't mention that yet, but it is in the title, that I have been working with for quite a while. I use their products all the time, and I've mentioned here and there that I do work with this brand, but I haven't really made like some video dedicated to it or really about it, so some of you guys might not know that, but I do work with this brand. If you go to their website, you will see my face on a lot of their product listings and videos and stuff that I've done with them, and they're just a really amazing brand that I truly enjoy and love, and that's why I work with them. But I haven't really like dedicated many videos to them, or I don't think any maybe on my channel, and I wanted to do that because they do have a lot of really great products. I really favor their beauty tools, like their brushes and sponges and things like that, but they do have a lot of really great makeup products too. And I use them a lot kind of more in my daily, everyday life than I do on YouTube. But so I wanted to just kind of put together a video showing a variety of looks that I have done, and kind of do a 3 looks 1 palette kind of video. And so that's what I'm doing today. So back to this palette. This is a palette that you can buy all together. There are 28 shadows in this palette, and it is available together. You can buy all 28 shadows. You'll get this giant palette, sorry, it looks like this with a big old mirror. It comes with this really wonderful duo-ended brush and a little place to put it, and this closes, it's magnetic, has the Beauty Junkees logo on the back. The palette is pretty deep set, so you know you can buy the palette separately as well, just so you know. So if you want to put other magnetic pans in there, this works really great for like dome shaped in a variety of sizes. But if you want like this entire palette with all these shadows, that is available for purchase. But additionally, you can just buy the shadows individually. So if there's any look that I create today in today's video, or any specific shadows that are kind of calling out to you that you want, you can buy each of them individually as you want. The shadows themselves are $6, and then if you want to buy the entire set, it is $119. And so anyways, I will have links to the products in the description box. I do have a discount code with them. It is not an affiliate code, just so you guys know, but I believe it gets you, oh gosh, I'm probably forgetting, but I think it gets you 25% off. If you buy from their website, you can use that discount code. They also sell on Amazon. My discount code does not work on Amazon, but if you prefer to shop Amazon, I know a lot of us do, we got that Prime and we like to, you know, get that quick shipping and all that stuff, but I'll have links to Amazon as well if you prefer to shop that way. And so we're going to go ahead and get into the looks in just a minute. I wanted to create a variety of different looks with different shades. These are a little bit more fall-esque kind of looks. I tried to make them fairly everyday appropriate in my opinion. Some are a little bit more glam, and some are a little bit more easy, and you can definitely adjust them how you want, tweak some things, you know, leave some things out to work them to your preference. But anyways, as we go into them, I am going to be doing a voiceover. As you can tell, my voice isn't quite the same. I'm kind of recovering from a cold right now, so my voice isn't the best, so I'm going to do a voiceover for these videos, so the audio might be a little bit different as we go into them. But with all that being said, I really do hope you guys enjoy this video and all these looks and seeing Beauty Junkees in action. So let's go ahead and get into it. Hey beauties, okay, so for this first look, I'm actually going to be starting off using the dual-ended brush that comes with the magnetic palette. I'll be using the fluffy blending side to apply the eyeshadow shade Winter Wheat as my transition shade. As you can see, I will be blending that high up into my crease. This color is fairly close to my skin tone, but just a little bit deeper, so it makes for the perfect transition shade. Next, I'll be taking the Beauty Junkees Pro Crease Brush into the shade Tiger and placing that into my crease, blending just slightly under the shade Winter Wheat. Then going back with a dual-ended brush, I'm just going to blend some more, making sure that those two colors are softly diffused together so there are no harsh lines. Once I'm done blending, I'm going to flip that brush over to use it with the shade Penny Lover and pack that all over my lid. This brush does an amazing job with metallic and shimmer shades. As you can see, it packs on the color really well with just a little bit of gentle patting and sweeping. Next I will be using the Beauty Junkees pencil brush, which I know you all have heard me talk about before. It's literally one of my favorite pencil brushes. I have about 3 or 4 that I use for a variety of different ways. Anyways, I'm using that with the shade Grizzly on my lower lash line. I love using this brush for the lower lash line because I'm able to really pack a punch of color down there, but in a precise way that also offers a soft blend. I'm also going to be adding that same shade to the outer V of my eyes, just slightly to add a little bit of depth and dimension to this look. Next, really quickly, I'm going to grab that Pro Crease brush that I used with the shade Tiger with no additional product on it, just to blend a touch more. As always, just to make sure there's no harsh lines. And whatever product is left on the brush will also help to smoke out the shade Grizzly a little bit more. Now it's time for a touch of sparkle. This step is completely optional, but you know me, I love me some glitter, so I couldn't help myself. Anyways, I'll be using the Beauty Junkees Loose Glitter in the shade Golden Glitz. And to apply, I'll be using the Beauty Junkees Pro Detailer brush along with their Glitz Fix Adhesive. The Glitz Fix does have a doe foot applicator, but to keep things neat and clean, I'm just going to apply a little bit to the back of my hand, then dip the Pro Detailer brush into it, and then into some glitter. Now, because I really just want a sprinkling of glitter, I'm going to be patting some of that glitter onto the back of my hand first, just to make sure I don't have too much on the brush. Then I just gently pat the glitter onto my lid until it looks right. I wanted a fairly even sprinkling of glitter, but also didn't want too much, as I still wanted that lid shade to show. Once that was done, I did my brows using the Ulta Beauty Brow Tint and the LA Girl Pro Concealer. As I'm sure you all know by now, this has been my go-to brow routine lately for that more natural, somewhat feathered brow look. Moving on, I decided to do a fun pop of orange for my waterline instead of the typical black liner I would normally wear. So this is the shade Torch from Urban Decay. Then I finished off the eyes with some mascara. I used the Eyeshadows London Lash Alert Mascara, which is one of my faves. And that's about it for the eyes. It's a very simple and easy to achieve everyday wearable look with just a touch of glam. And just for fun, I thought I would go ahead and show you some lip options, as Beauty Junkees does carry lip products as well. First up, I put on the matte liquid lipstick in the shade Amaretto, which is a gorgeous mauve brown color that I think just pairs really well with this look and totally screams fall. Then as another option, I put on a gloss. I forgot to show this on camera, but I am wearing the Beauty Junkees Mini Mint Lip Gloss in the shade Mint Charming. And just so you guys know, I will have everything I used for this look and all the other looks listed and linked in the description box for your convenience. But that wraps it up for look number 1, so let's go ahead and move on to look number 2. Fun fact, this next look was actually created for promotional videos for the Beauty Junkees website to demonstrate each of their Pro Series eye brushes. So I started off this look using the Pro Tapered Blending Brush and the eyeshadow shade Winter Wheat. Once again. Apparently this is a popular shade for me to reach for. Does anyone else ever want to say wheat instead of wheat? I always want to emphasize the H. I also can't help but think of, what is it? Whoopi Goldberg saying Sam Wheat in the movie Ghost. Does anybody remember that movie? It's so old. Anyways, as you can see, I'm just blending and diffusing that high up into my crease. Again, using the shade as my transition. Next up, using the Pro Crease Brush, I'm going in with the shade Dash of Curry and bringing that into my crease. Then I went back in with the tapered blending brush, no additional product, to diffuse those two shades together for a nice soft blend. I think I just said nice. I meant nice. A nice soft blend. Moving on, I'll be using the Pro Blending Brush, which I have talked about on my channel before. It's somewhat similar to the Sedona Lace EB09 brush, as it has that slight taper at the tip, and it works really great for getting into the crease of the eye and developing a depth and dimension to your looks. Anyways, I'm using it with the shade Grizzly and taking that to the outer corner of my eyes, as well as deepening up the crease. Additionally, you could also use the Pro Angled Shading Brush to do the same thing. I used to love using this type of brush for adding color to the outer V and crease of my eyes. The shape of it makes it perfect to create that, precise outer V shape, if that's what you're going for. Now, I much prefer the brushes like the Pro Blending Brush I just used, but both work great for this type of thing, so I just wanted to demonstrate both. But I do go back and finish up with the Pro Blending. Next, I'm using the All Over Shader Brush with the shade Sonic for my lid. This brush is very similar to one of the sides of the dual-ended brush that comes with the magnetic palette. It's a wonderful, soft, and dense brush that really packs a punch of color. Next, I'll be demonstrating two brushes once again, using the shade Sugar Shortbread and the Pro Angled Shader Brush to highlight the brow bone. First, I will sweep it horizontally for precise application right under the brows, and then what I like to do is turn the brush vertically to blend. This is great to softly diffuse the highlight shade down into your transition shade. Alternatively, and my most preferred brush for application, is to use the Pro Pencil Brush. This also gives you precise application, but with a little bit more of an intense look. Additionally, it's perfect to use for applying the inner corner highlight, which you guys see me doing all the time. I also love this brush for highlighting the tip of the nose and the Cupid's bow. I didn't do that in this video, but you've seen me do it before, because I always say I love this brush. Moving on, I'm quickly going to define my lower lash line using the Flat Definer Brush and the eyeshadow shade Grizzly. Then to soften that up and slightly smoke out the lash line, I will be going back into the shade Dash of Curry and my favorite little pencil brush. Lastly, I'm going to do a little wing using the Precision Eyeliner Brush and the eyeshadow shade Black Leather. To do this, I'm going to sweep the shadow onto my lash line first from the outer corner going forward towards the inner corner, and then build up the color intensity. I like sweeping the brush this way because I feel like you can get a more precise line without having to tug on your eyelids. Anyways, once the color is built up the way you prefer, then you can angle the brush with the pointed tip angled towards the tail of your brow and create the starting line from your wing. And then from there, you can build up and thicken the wing as you desire. But as you can see, I kept mine small for this look. To finish off this look, I went in with the Ciate London Wonderwand mascara, and I've talked about this on my channel before. I really actually love the result that this gives my lashes. However, it flakes on me so badly. So due to that and the high price tag of it, I definitely would not recommend. For lips, I used one of the Beauty Junkees Mini Mint lip glosses, which are so cute and perfect for throwing in your purse, and they have a really yummy minty flavor. So this is the shade Mint Charming once again. And this is look number 2 complete. Moving on to look number 3. For this look, I already have my eyes primed with some concealer, so I'm just going to set my entire eye using the brush that comes with the magnetic palette and the eyeshadow shade Peach Vanilla. This step is optional, but I still want to show it to you. Next up, I'll be using the Pro Crease Brush and the shade Tuscan Rose, and I'll be blending that into my crease. You'll notice that I'm kind of winging this out a little bit, creating a cat eye shape effect. And this is completely optional. You can definitely keep a more rounded shape, but I wanted to do something a little bit more dramatic for this look. Then with that same brush, I'll be bringing that same shadow to my lower lash line and blending it back to meet up with the shadow in my outer crease. Remember, I'm going for a more dramatic look, so I really wasn't worried about being too precise here. Then to soften up the look, I went back in with the dual-ended brush to blend and diffuse that shadow out. Next, using the Pro Blending Brush with the shade Black Leather, I'll bring that to my outer corner. You want to do this gently. Start slow and build up the color as needed. Also, more than full-on blending, I am more so patting and gently sweeping that color into place. Also, I'm bringing this shadow in a little bit farther on my lash line, if you'll notice, but not as far into my crease. I'm trying to develop a certain kind of eye shape for this look, if you can tell. Now with that same shade, I'll go in with the flat definer brush to bring it to my lower lash line. And I'm actually really pleased with this black shadow. It's pretty dark and pigmented, and I didn't experience any fallout with it, which is nice since I already had my face base done. Alrighty, going back in with that Pro Blending Brush that I originally used with Black Leather and adding just a touch of Tuscan Rose, I'm going to do a little bit of blending. The tapered shape of this brush makes it perfect for precision blending into the crease, as I already mentioned earlier. Moving on, I'm going to grab the dual-ended brush again, this time using the packing shader side, and I'll be using that with the eyeshadow shade Iced Lace and placing that onto my lid, sweeping back into the shade Black Leather. Now, Iced Lace is a beautiful shade, but it really wasn't as intense as I was wanting, so I decided to go ahead and use some setting spray to help get that metallic effect. Now, I've said this before and I will say it again, I always recommend grabbing some shadow onto your brush first before spraying it. Spraying the brush after you already have shadow on it works beautifully, and you are less likely to hard pan your shadows by dipping a wet brush into them. Then to make sure there were no harsh lines, I went back in with the shade Tuscan Rose in the Pro Blending Brush to softly diffuse the crease and lid shade. Then with the same brush, back in with Black Leather, I'll blend that into the shade Iced Lace onto my lid just to bring some more depth back into this look. Now for some cleanup highlight, I'm going back in with the very first shade I used to set my lid, Peached Vanilla, and I'll be using that with the Pro Angled Shader Brush to sweep under my brow bone and then kind of blend down into the crease as you saw me do in my previous look. And this is pretty much it for the look. You can definitely be done at this point, or maybe even add a winged liner and you would be good to go. But you know me, I wanted to add just a little bit of glitter. And I really wanted something precise, so I went in with the Urban Decay glitter liner in the shade Sticks and Bones. And this is quite a unique shade as it's got a dark purple base with some gold and silver glitters, and I just thought it would complement this eye look really well. Anyways, I really only wanted a touch of glitter to kind of mesh right where the shade Black Leather and Iced Lace meet. I don't know why iced lace is so hard for me to say. Anyways, so as you can see, I'm literally adding like just a touch of this glitter. Since the glitter already has some color to it, I didn't really want it to disrupt the shadows in this look. So you'll see me kind of going back and forth, adding a little bit of glitter at a time, just until it looks, you know, good enough to me. Alright, and since this look was just a little bit more on the glam side, and because I felt like I haven't really worn lashes in forever, I decided I wanted to wear some lashes for this look. So I put on my Vive Cosmetics lashes in the style Corazon, and these have quickly become my favorite lashes, or at least one of my favorite kinds of lashes to wear. The style is really pretty and so comfortable too. And that's it for this look. I feel like this is a much more of a simple glam look. It's not like too over the top, but there are a few little touches that I did that kind of amped it up a notch, you know. So anyways, I really hope you guys like it. Please let me know what you think. But before I go, I did want to feature some other face items. I had at the time I had filmed this, just gotten these new items from Vive Cosmetics, and I was so excited to put them to use. So they came out with this cute little highlighter palette. Seriously, how cute is the packaging? I love their packaging. Anyways, it has two shades in it, Reina and Diosa. And I used the lighter shade Reina, which is a stunning golden shade, by the way. Like, seriously, look at that pigmentation. It's so pretty. And I applied this the usual places, my cheekbones, Cupid's bow, and the nose, of course. And of course, look at my little buddy, my little pencil brush guy, applying that to the inner corner of my eyes too. I'm such a nerd, sorry. And then they also came out with a new lip color. This is one of their Beso-proof liquid lipsticks. And this is the new shade Que Linda, which is a pretty dusty rose neutral pink, as they describe it. That is it for look number 3. What do you guys think? I'd love to know which look was your favorite, so be sure to leave a comment letting me know. And hopefully you guys enjoy these type of videos showing several looks with one palette. I had so much fun doing this, and I definitely plan to do more. But anyways, that wraps it up for this video, and I just want to thank you so much for watching, and until next time, much love and hugs to you. Bye, beauty babes. Mwah!